Stars of Vegas into your home with SkyBetVegas.com Internet Casino.
It's Irish Greyhound Racing's big night of the year, the Paddy Power Irish Greyhound Derby. The gates have been open here since 4:30. It's all ticket and they're all packed in like sardines here in the betting ring, and the bookmakers are doing very good business as well. It's a fantastic night, Greyhound Racing, and we are here for some excellent racing tonight. 3 races to come live. That Paddy Power Irish Derby final coming up at 9:42, so don't miss that. Right, well, welcome to Dublin. I wish I could say the weather was warm, but the welcome certainly is. It's absolutely freezing here in Shelbourne Park tonight, but that don't stop us having some great racing, I think, tonight. There are 3 tremendous races to bring you as well. We're looking forward to Shelbourne Star coming up in round about 5 minutes' time. The Paddy Power Open 750 should be short for that, but she has been a fairly good price earlier in the week. The consolation race coming up at 9:22. Remember, these are in yards of distances over here. We're used to metres in England, but there are yards over here, and the big one coming up tonight at 9:42. As you'd expect then, Jonathan Hobbs is here. We're both very cold out here, Hobbs. It's freezing, isn't it?
You could say there's a chill wind blowing through Shelbourne Park at the moment, but hey, it's a fantastic occasion. You know, it's been a record Paddy Power Irish Derby, record entry, record crowd, record prize money, and a superb wide open race. So looking forward to it.
A great final as well, I think. We're not quite sure who's going to win it. Hopefully for me, Droopy's Maldini will, because I've had an anti-post voucher on that. But we'll see. Let's check out the sponsors' prices, shall we? And this is how they're likely to bet. 9-4 Droopy's Maldini and 3-1 for Gel Drops Touch. Remember, there are 2 railers here and 4 wide seeds. 9-2 for 3 Disguise, 6-1 about the 1 World Class, who had the same trap position, of course, in the Scottish equivalent. 11-1 for Draw Droopy's Marco, Lidda, brother of the 2 Droopy's Maldini, and Like a Shot, one of the other wide seas, is a 14-1 chance that race off in round about 35 minutes time. So stay in front of your nice warm fires to watch that. It's going to be an excellent contest as well. Let's check out Hobbs' choice. Only 3 races for Hobbs to come up with selections for tonight. This is what he's gone for. Just run us through these, Jonas.
Yeah, we're going to go with Shelbourne Star, of course. Massive British interest in the stayers race here in the 9:05. We've got the 9:22. It's a consolation of the Irish Derby, Deerfield site in trap 1. There's a big word around the track when I ride today for Miniola Farlow, but he's got a great draw on the inside as Deerfield, and World Class, I think, could be value in the final.
Okay, heading for the traps already then for our opener, the 9:05. Let's show you the lineup, shall we, for this contest. Shelbourne Star, as we said, she goes in the lineup as well. And here comes the runners for this race. Canny Performer in trap 1, who's trained at Coventry by Paul White. Local Irish runner is Dark Star Safari in trap 2. Brown Eyes Blue has the white jacket of trap 3. Shelbourne Star, she's in 4. Teswell's Cup, who's with Ian Riley, but soon to go back to Paul Young after a faultless episode, or trying to get through in the Irish Derby. Connor's Return, the outsider. Oliver Bray has that in his kennels. Let's check the betting, shall we? There's a massive crowd in the betting ring. Somewhere in there for us is Darrell Williams. Good evening, Darrell.
Yeah, how do I get these jobs, Dave? Yeah, welcome to the betting ring. As you can imagine, a lot of people here tonight. Very, very busy indeed. Lots of bets going in. Lots of favourites going in as well. And we've got a warm one here as well, Dave. Shelbourne Star did touch 1-2, but it's 4-7 on most of the boards here. 4-1 about the 2. Dark Star Safari, biggest price you could have was 9-2. Trap 6, Connor's Return is in at 5s. 7-1 the 5, Ted's World Cup. 10-1 Trap 3, Brown Eyes Blue, and 12-1 Trap 1, Canny Performer.
Let's see how the Sky Sports Predictor works out, shall we, for our first live action at 9:05. As you'd expect, Shelbourne Star, she's a fair way clear of the 2, Dark Star Safari. Not yet loading up. 5 comes next as far as Peter Eldridge ratings are concerned. But Shelbourne Star, if she comes out, she should win. And mind you, John, this is only a short run to the first bend here.
Well, of course, she was bred in Ireland. She was bred at the Shelbourne Stud, and her early career here was absolutely fantastic. You see the betting show. She is a warm order, 4 to 7. They're showing about Shelbourne Star in trap 4, but importantly, she has wins round here. Admittedly, when a younger greyhound she is now, of course, but in fantastic form across the water.
She has been even money, of course, earlier this week. Let's get Errol Blyth. He's in the stands. Good evening, Errol.
Yes, good evening. The hare running for our first live race. Shelbourne Star, a warm favourite. The track is fast. We've already had a couple of track records tonight here at Shelbourne Park. More on that maybe a little bit later. But the hare on the move for our first race then. 686 metres, 750 yards. And they're off and racing up towards the first bend. A one canny performer away well, but the pace coming on the outside from Connor Return, and that goes on. Connor Return in front from Ted's World Cup against the rails. After these comes two, Dark Star Safari, then comes Shelbourne Star. After this comes Canny Performer, the whipper in is Brown Eyes Blue. They've just gone past the stands with a circuit to go, and Connor's Return setting it a good pace here, some 4 lengths clear from 5 Ted's World Cup. Moving up on the outside is Dark Star Safari. Shelbourne Star trying to find a gap through in between them and moves swiftly into second. The favourite's closing rapidly now. There's people jumping up and down in front of me as Shelbourne Star comes around the outside of Connor's Return, and Shelbourne Star, the favourite, quickens up now. She's going away to win, going away by 2.5 lengths from Connor's Return back in second. It was a close battle for third between Brown Eyes Blue and Dark Star Safari, but it's a winning favourite for our first live race here, the Paddy Power Open 750, and it's an English success in the shape of Shelbourne Star, owned by Roy Filmingham and trained by Brian Clementson. They're still roaring in the restaurant behind me after that success. Many people's banker on the night. Some of the English were a little bit worried about the draw. You can see Shelbourne Star found a bit of trouble as it went in towards the rails, got slightly bumped there by Dark Star Safari. Good pace from Connor's Return, went to skedaddling clear in front of the stands here. But you can see and follow the fortune of Shelbourne Star as she finds her way into 4th place around the 3rd bend, and good pace down the far side, waiting for a gap as trap 2 Dark Star Safari was challenging for 2nd place. It's here that Shelbourne Star is bursting through. There she goes. She's off in chase of Connor's Return. Connor's Return starting the weekend. She comes off the rails now to Shelbourne Star. She hasn't been in Ireland for some time, but she shows her class as last year's St. Leger winner, and you can see she's pulling away as the race develops up the home straight. So trap 4 Shelbourne Star winning our opening race here from Connor's Return in 2nd place. It's a good scrap for 3rd. In the end, trap 2 Dark Star Safari was called in 3rd place. The winning time, by the way, was 42.09. Now we did put our spotlight camera on Shelbourne Star. You can see held up as she was looking for the rails position. A little bit of a worry, of course, when we came to the track, knowing that Ted's World Cup was drawn in trap 5, because Ted's World Cup likes to colour bend, likes to be near the rails. But luckily for Shelbourne Star, it avoided that rival at that point of the race, the start. But coming down the far side, this is where Shelbourne Star explodes. She finds a gap in between trap 5 Ted's World Cup and 2 Dark Star Safari. There she goes. She bursts through, showing her class. She's been returned the 4 to 7 favourite, and she comes off the rail. She's clever. She comes round the outside of Connor's Return, and on she goes. Success then to Shelbourne Star. We can look forward to seeing her, of course, on our shores, no doubt, of course, for the Leger later in the year. There's the camera on the inside as we take a look at the closing stages, as Shelbourne Star just builds up the speed at the home straight, draws gradually away from a brave run from Connor's Return in 2nd place.
Wasn't she absolutely fantastic? The pace she showed down the back straight between the 3rd and 2nd last bend. Trainer Brian Clementson with the dog as well. Not sure. I think Roy Firmingham is here as well. Roy's there, of course, in the suede jacket, and with other people as well, congratulating Brian. She may well stay for another race later in the week, I understand, but we're trying to find out more about that if we can afterwards. But a really solid performance from her tonight, getting through that gap on the far side and going on to win, really going away. We're heading for a break now. Derby Consolation is coming next. Deerfield side, Hobbs' choice for that race, who has a line of form over one of tonight's finalists, Joe Drops Touch, in earlier rounds of the Derby, as an ideal draw. But don't rule out Minneola Farlow in trap 2. Should be a real cracker. It's coming up next.
The buzz of Vegas into your home. buzz of Vegas into your home.
Welcome back to Dublin on a rather cold night here at Shelbourne Park, but it's very warm in the restaurant. A fantastic menu they have here as well. I mean, this was booked up a long time in advance of tonight, and you couldn't get a table here for love or money if you turned up at the door. But they've all seen Shelbourne Star power home to win that last race in very good style. And Roy Feldman will be over the moon. You can just see Roy in the background there pick out the trophy for Shelbourne Star. She really is a star. She's an apple of his eye and certainly of the kennels as well. Let's check out the SP with Errol.
Yes, the full result in the 905 at Shelbourne Park. The Paddy Power Open over 750. Win 4, trap 4, Shelbourne Star, the 4-7 favourite. Second, trap 6, Connor's Return at 5-1. Third, trap 2, Dark Star Safari. The winning time was 42.09 and the winning distance was 2.5 lengths.
Now, it's every owner's dream to try and get a dog good enough to hopefully win a derby for you, but when you actually end up getting 2 in the final, which Lawrence Blunt and Martin Wakefield have managed to get this year, it's unbelievable, really. I mean, you've got a fantastic chance, Lawrence.
I think we've got a very good chance, yeah. It's a very tough race, but the dogs are very well, and they certainly have a good chance to win.
Yeah, we should say you got Droopy's Maldini and Droopy's Marco in traps 2 and trap 4. You happy with the draw?
We're happy with the draw, yes. The Maldini doesn't like 1, and we wanted to be inside the wide runners, obviously. Marco at the moment doesn't come out the boxes, so it doesn't matter where he's drawn. If he ever does, then I don't think we'll see him. He's a very, very fast dog.
Martin, of course, you've been here before, haven't you?
Oh yes, we were here last year and a few years ago. It was fantastic. Great to be here. Just to get to the final is fantastic, and what will be now.
You should have a leg in another runner that actually just only phoned not to qualify.
Yes, we had a leg in Maycall that failed to qualify last week, and he didn't make it, but we've got 2 in, so see what happens.
Have you got any Andy Bose vouchers or not?
Plenty.
I've got one.
We've got plenty.
What sort of prices have you had?
We've got Maldini from any prices from 25 downwards, and Marco from 40s downwards. So there's a few pounds to come if either of them win.
Okay, well, thanks so much. Good luck to you tonight as well. Hope everything goes well for you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Let's show you one of the races earlier on, shall we? The first race on tonight's card. It was a hurdle race as well. It was a fantastic finish.
And here comes the here then for the hurdle events at the start of the card, the 7:30, the Paddy Power International Hurdle. Thereafter, what a start from 5, Joe Bananas showing good pace up 4, Top Lark heading over the first in second place to go round the bend, and Joe Bananas just shrugs off there, Top Lark. These 2 are clear at the moment from Jimmy the Lad back in third, facing up towards the next, a little bit hesitant, but Joe Bananas still with this lead of a length over trap 4 in second place, Top Lark, 3 lengths back to 6, Jimmy the Lad as they spin off the third bend, and Joe Bananas extends. The champion hurdle winner this year at Wimbledon, Joe Bananas just had to jump in, does it well. Nick Colton's Joe Bananas goes on to score. It was close for second between trap 2, Lemon Rambo finishing well, and 4, Top Lark. So the full result on the 7:30 here at Shelbourne Park. Another English winner with trap 5, Joe Bananas winning the Paddy Power International Hurdle, returned the 2-1 favourite. Second, trap 2, Lemon Rambo at 7-2. And third, trap 4, Top Lark. The winning time 28.99, which was a track record. Winning distance 5.5 lengths.
Second race on tonight's card was a 2-bend sprint as well. This was equally as exciting as the first one.
PaddyPower.com Open 350. 320 metres, 350 yards. They're off and racing up towards the first bend of 5. Sycamore Dan flies out of the traps, 4 handy as well. Kilmer Lady Boy rushing up now, 2 Positive Option. They go round the turn, a little bit of crowding and punching in behind, but 5 Sycamore Dan clears them, and Larry Dunn's runner. Sycamore Dan's quickly on now, gone 4 lengths clear. Sycamore Dan wins the sprint impressively here from 2 Positive Option in second place, and third was trap 6 Mustang Fastback. So a win for trap 5, Sycamore Dan, returned the 4-5 favourite. Second, trap 2, Positive Option, and third, trap 6 was Mustang Fastback. The winning time 18.41, another track record here at Shelbourne Park. Winning distance was 5 lengths.
Yeah, run very fast the first 2 races. Errol said 2 clocks broken in our first 2 races. Consolation final is coming up next. The parade's already underway, so let's take a closer look, shall we, at the 6 runners for this. In trap 1 is Deerfield Side, who's trained by Maurice O'Connor. Most impressive in the early rounds of the Derby Hobbs, who only just missed out on a place in the decider, really.
He was a little bit unlucky in the semi-finals, lost his way early on from trap 3, but ran on pretty well up the home straight, but beaten into 4th behind Geldrop's touch, consequently misses out a place in the final, but I thought he ran well enough to suggest that he's still got a massive chance here. He's got a record of 12 wins, 6 starts. Runner up in the Lee Strand at Tralee, prestigious race.
Currently priced at 5-4. Here's the 2-dog Miniona Farlow. This one's a 7-4 shot, going well in the Derby until the semis.
He's got an incredible record, this greyhound. 19 wins over in Ireland. He was the anti-post favourite for the Northwest Derby at Lifford, but of course went out in the semi-finals behind Disguised. Again, not too clever at the break, but if he comes away, massive chance.
Wearing the white jacket at trap 3 is Tamna Roller, trained by Gerard Quigley. Bad draw for me, needs help.
Well, he does. He was behind Droopy's Maldini in the quarter-finals and then really struggled to strike a blow at a big price behind Disguised in the semi-finals last week. But again, not the most prolific scorer. Is going to be a big price once again today.
20-1 currently offered. 4 Express Hancho is a 10-1 chance, trained by Christine Daly. Won a few rounds in our Derby, kept seeking to place only rounds here.
Well, he went out in a massive Derby here with the likes of Fire Height Down and Drop Gold Johnny and Black Pear and Indian Ruler, of course. He was then up for sale, of course, formerly trained by Brian Clemenson. He's been purchased by Lance and Pam Burford of the Iceman prefix, and I should imagine back to England after this. He's been running well.
6-1's the price you can have about Indian Ruler in trap 5, trained by Jerry Holohan. Showed useful early pace in the Derby. Nice draw, I thought this had.
If you like your early pace greyhounds, then you've got to be going for Indian Ruler. The problem is at Shelbourne Park, he just drifts wide. I think Joe Holly on his trainer was saying he wishes the Irish Derby was at Wimbledon. The dog runs far better at Wimbledon than he does Shelbourne Park.
And in trap 6 is Tyra. Ted actually ran in the Derby as a wide seed, was actually put as a rail seed last time it ran, but now back to wide.
Well, this greyhound recently sold a reputed €80,000. Used to be trained by Ollie Bray, who was known as Royal Emperor. Went out in the quarter-finals behind Kilfera King. But I remember Ollie Bray saying whatever he did this year was a bonus. Watch him next year. So Paul Hennessy got a decent animal on his hands.
That's Tyra Ted then in trap 6. As you'd expect, bookmakers here, certainly Ted Hegarty is closing in on his board now. He's the main man here at Shelbourne Park. He takes most of the money, and there's his prices. Let's check out those prices, shall we? I'll join in Darrell.
And there was a surge of money, Dave, just a couple of minutes ago for the 1-dog here, Deerfield Sight. You could have 5-4 for quite a long time, but it was wiped away in next to no time. Even money now, generally looking down the boards here. 6-4, having been 7-4, Mineola Farlow. So between them, they're taking out a huge chunk. They're betting then 5-1 about trap 5, Indian Ruler. It is also, in fact, just going 6-1 the 6 Tyro Ted. That was as short as 4s at one stage. 10-1 4 Express Hancho. That's just gone 12s, and you can easily get 25s. Trap 3 Tamna Rolo. But the money for the top here, Dave, it's evens now. Trap 1 Deerfield Sight. Absolutely crazy ring.
Here's a Sky Sports predictor. They come out in favour of Deerfield Sight as well by a couple of lengths or so with the 5 Indian Ruler. They're the top 2 as far as that's concerned, but 5's got a blinding draw outside. Early pace could well take them along here.
Well, he could, especially if the 1 and the 2 crowd, they're the big fancied runners on the inside. What impressed me about the 1-dog last week, up the home straight, he was mowing them down. He went past Express Hancho up the home straight, and Express Hancho is very, very strong. I think if he can get himself into a pitch off the second turn, he's going to be extremely difficult to hold. But fair play, if Indian Ruler takes a flyer. I mean, I'm looking for a good performance also from Royal Emperor. Tyra Ted out wide in trap 6. For me, all points to Deerfield Sight. Too strong for them.
About the last one's coming forward. Here's Errol.
Yes, they're all in then for the Paddy Power Derby consolation final. €5,000 to the winner here. Second receiving 1,000. Here comes the bunny. Favourite in trap 1, Deerfield Sight. A strong finisher, as Jonathan pointed out. Watch out for a big finish up the home straight for Maurice O'Connor's greyhound. Here comes the hare. They're off, and 3 gets a flyer. Tamna Rolo out in front here already from 2. Mineola Farlow. After these comes 5 on the outside, Indian Ruler. So go round the bend and trap 2. Mineola Farlow barges its way through. So Mineola Farlow goes about 4 lengths clear here from Tamna Rolo in chase in second. Deerfield Sight's making little progress at the moment, just moved up into third, and then comes Indian Ruler. But at the moment, Mineola Farlow is well clear here for Seamus Graham. A good 5-length leader up the home straight. It's 2. Mineola Farlow's going to win here by a good 3 lengths. Deerfield Sight may have just got up to be second, ahead of Tamna Rolo back in third. Well, despite missing the up a little bit, Minneola Farlow rushed up, barged its way through around the first bend, and he was too powerful for Tamnarolo at that stage, and then went clear, showed great pace. Perhaps the track, the way that it's a little bit on the quick side tonight here at Shelbourne Park, was helping the front runners, and the likes of Deerfield Sight that likes to come from off the pace were always going to have to struggle to get involved. As you can see, as they go around that first bend, the speed of Minneola Farlow as he brushed aside Tamnarolo after that good start. Heading down the far side, Minneola Farlow in splendid isolation had built about a 4-length lead over 3 Tamnarolo, and it's only now as they approach the third bend that Deerfield Sight is really beginning to stretch this summer. Tom's the best, starts to quicken up nicely, but always struggling behind Minneola Farlow. Trained by Seamus Graham and owned by Seamus McCloskey of County Derry, going on to win here. Second place in the end, going to trap 1, Deerfield Sight, getting up close home to be second, out of Tamnarolo in third. We put our spotlight camera on Deerfield Sight, an average start which you do expect from Deerfield Sight. Getting a little bit outpaced here on the dash towards the first bend, and you can see just getting a slight touch around the turn there from 4 Express Hancho, which was looking for the rails at that point. Heading down the far side again, just stumbled a little bit there at halfway, did Deerfield Sight, which obviously didn't help its scores, but even with a clear run, would it have caught Minneola Farlow in these conditions? I really doubt. You can see he's switching off the rails here to come past trap 3, Tamnarolo, but he made heavy weather of that as well up the home straight. Took him a long time to get past that rival. But in the end, I'm afraid, for supporters of Deerfield Sight, Minneola Farlow had gone by then, as you can see on the inside camera. So Minneola Farlow winning our second live race here at Shelbourne Park, and winning the race for Seamus Graham.
20th career success then for Minneola Farlow. She's only had 29 races as well, so she's really in top form. Returned 6-4 to take the Paddy Power Derby Consolation Final. A nice performance from her as well. Waiting off for another break then, of course, the one they've all been waiting for here in Ireland coming up shortly. It's the Paddy Power Irish Greyhound Derby.
As they come up towards winner line, Judicial Pride's going to win by a couple of inches. Trap 2, Judicial Pride. They're bunching up off the final bend. It's 5 cool performance. Lady Show's finishing on this near side. Oh, it's gone to a photo.
Bypass Byway is on his way to glory. This is a magnificent run. The son of Spire Nikita and Sandy Penny, owned by Michael Carney, trained by Annie Bray. He's won the Derby.
And it's Climate Control, the favourites leading here by a good 2.5 lengths over Mustang Maker. She's brave in second. She's trying to cut into the lead. Climate Control leading and wins the Paddy Power Irish Derby.
Bring the buzz of Vegas into your home. Bring the buzz of Vegas into your home.
Welcome back to Dublin. Just about 10-12 minutes away from the big final. They're just winding themselves up for it as well in the restaurant. Just probably on their dessert by now, I think, but no dessert for Minneola Farlow. Won really well and took the €5,000 consolation prize for that second race on our card as well. And very happy presentation scene. A trophy for Minneola Farlow's victory, presented by Ken Doherty, former World Snooker Champ. Hopefully we'll be talking to Ken a little bit later on, and he's going to come and join us, and hopefully we'll check out what his interest is in grand racing. Well, let's get the SPs first from Errol.
So the full result here on the 9:22 at Shelbourne Park, a win for trap 2, Minneola Farlow returned at 6-4, second trap 1, Deerfield Sight, the even money favourite, third trap 3, Tamnarolo. They're finishing back in third place. The winning time was 29.80 and the winning distance was 3 lengths.
Let's take it back then 7 days, shall we, to last week, the semi-finals. Show you what happened in those. Michael Fortune takes up the story.
The
First semi-final of the 2004 Paddy Power Derby in 1 World Class, 2 Express Hand Show, 3 Deerfield Sight, 4 Geldrop's Touch, 5 Droopy's Marco and 6 Indian Ruler. Number 4 the marginal favourite ahead of number 1. Here behind the boxes, away to go. Geldrop's Touch is off to a flyer, so is World Class on the inside, are going up neck and neck. Number 4 Geldrop's Touch leads into the bend from number 1 in second place. World Class, he checks at that point. 5 Droopy's Marco is banged there on the outside as they head down the far side. Number 4 Geldrop's Touch with a lead of 2.5, 3 lengths over 5 Droopy's Marco, running a big race in second. Number 1 World Class challenging in third, but he checks again, and Deerfield Sight still has ground to make up back in fifth, but it's number 4 Geldrop's Touch out front. Marco is running a big race in second. Coming to the line is number 4 the winner, that's Geldrop's Touch. Second number 5 Droopy's Marco, and it looks as though number 1 World Class is third, the time 29.71. The second semi-final of the 2004 Paddy Power Derby in 1 Make All, 2 is Minola Farlow, 3 Droopy's Maldini, in 4 Tam Nerolo, 5 Disguised and 6 is Like a Shot. The hot favourite is number 3 Droopy's Maldini. Here's the hare behind the boxes, and Maldini's away well, so is Minola Farlow, and so is number 1 Make All. There's a real bumping match on the inside, and number 5 Disguised races to the front into the opening bend. It's number 5 Disguised from 3 Droopy's Maldini. Number 6 Like a Shot, he's very much on the premises as they go down the far side. Number 5, that's Disguised by just over a length from 3 Droopy's Maldini. 6 Like a Shot, a powerful finisher on the outside, moving into second as number 5 Disguised leads towards the judge. He's being challenged now by Like a Shot in second. Maldini is third. Coming to the line, number 4, it's very close between 5 Disguised and 6 Like a Shot in second. Droopy's Maldini has just held off Make All for third spot, the time 29.85.
That's how they got then to the final from last Saturday, of course, 6 rounds altogether to get to here as well. We're joined as always by Paddy, and Ken Doherty has joined us as well. Let's get to Paddy first. He's every year you come on the programme, Paddy, and it's better than the previous year. This year's no exception.
Absolutely, the crowd is unbelievable tonight. I'd say the poor bookies, put it this way, it won't take them long to count their money at the end of the night tonight. Favourite after favourite, and 2 track records going in the first 2 races. I mean, what a night so far. I mean, the record could go in the final as well, I reckon. Yeah,
it is a fantastic night. What's the worst dog for you in the final?
At the moment, Droopy's Maldini, obviously, he was back from 25s anti-post into 6, and then when Scholes went out, he was obviously clear market leader then, but he's been backed all week as well. We took a bit of a chance and went 9-4 after the semi. He was into 7-4 this morning. All the Shrewdies were backing him at the 9-4 and 2-1, so they reckon last week was a bit of a flash in the pan, bad run. I mean, he's had 9 brilliant runs out of 11, so maybe tonight will be another one for him.
And Ken, what's your interest in grain racing? Do you own any at all?
I have a leg with Nicky English, the hurler, Tipperary hurler. He got me involved with the dog racing, and then just because Paddy Power, one of my sponsors, so it was great because of the derby, the big night. It was I only live about 5 minutes from here, so it's nice and handy, you know. I can roll out of here really late, you know.
It's all around your house afterwards.
yeah, exactly. But it's a fantastic night. There's over 7,500 people here, and a great atmosphere, and we're looking forward to a big race as well, you know.
You were champion in '97, and you made a final a couple of years ago. So what about next year?
Well, I hope so. You know, I'll have to be out of the traps just as quick as these dogs are tonight. You know, but the season's starting in 2 weeks' time. The Grand Prix, and then the World Championships is the big one, of course, back in April next year. So
let's check out the price. You see the price at the bottom there. Maldini's currently at a 2-1 chance, which is it's probably the best of the day. I think 9-4 trap 6 in there, and 4-1 about 3 runner, and 6-1 for trap 1, 10-1 trap 5, and 12-1 trap 4. You keep in touch with those prices on the bottom of the screen there. So you're hopefully going to have a chance of getting the winner tonight, are you, or not, for the final?
Well, I was just asking Paddy there. It's got to be either the 2 or the 6 dog. So might do a little reverse forecast.
How's it going so far tonight? Any interest?
We had one winner, almost had Paddy Power gave me good odds on the last race there, number 3 dog each way at 28-1, and it just came in third, so there was a bit of shaking there on Paddy Power's behalf in the last one, you know, but it was good fun, and anyway I got value for money.
So obviously you're not playing now, John. I mean, do you do a few frames every day to keep your eye?
I play about 4 or 5 hours a day. Yeah. But we're allowed to have the odd night out.
So next tournament is which one? The Grand Prix?
The Grand Prix is in 2 weeks up in Preston. So to get the ale head down for that one.
Fancy yourself for that?
Always worth a few, Bob. You know, you have plenty. You can spare a few.
Okay, Ken. Well, thanks for your time, buddy. Paddy's going to stay with us, but thanks very much, Ken. Let's get out to the betting ring, shall we? Dale's got some news for us.
Thanks very much indeed, Dave. Droopers Maldini in his favourite. He can still get plenty of 2-1, although it's going to 7-4 in a few places. The 6, Geldrop's Touch, quite easy to back here. Generally 5-2. Did open at 2-1. They're betting 4-1 about the 3 Disguise, 6-1 Trap 1 World Class, 10-1 5 Like a Shot, and it's now 12-1 Trap 4 Droopers Marcus. Still 2's the 2 dog, just.
Parade not underway just yet. You said 2 was a bogey for you as far as the firm's concerned, Paddy. What's your own personal fancy?
So I have to say I fancy 6. I think there might be a little bit of trouble on the inside, and I think 6 will definitely break. It's probably the fastest breaking dog in the Derby left. Well, bar maybe the 2 dog on his day, but I think 2 is a nasty draw outside World Class, I would have thought. Yeah, 6 does have to come out though, doesn't it? It does. I mean, there's 4 wide runners and 2 railers. You think if something pops out, or 3, 4 or 5 pops out with 6, it could be curtains for 6. So that's what I think. I thought Disguise in 3 maybe has a chance as well if he just gets away from them, because I think 2 and 1 will probably come together coming to the first bend. So if 6 does get away, but the only thing with 6, you know your fate, he has to be in front of the second bend. If not, you probably have no chance.
You've tipped the 1 dog, Hobbs. It was in the same box, of course, for the Scottish Derby equivalent. Didn't get round the first bend. I mean, obviously you're happy with a draw tonight for it.
Well, I think there's going to be problems on the outside. There's a school of thought that there could be problems on the inside, but I think 3 is going to drift off a true line. And 7 days ago, I was absolutely confident that Geldrop's Touch would win the semi-finals here with Paddy last week. And fantastic race, but just the way that the race is framed this evening, I think something's going to have to give on the outside. I just feel that Droopers Maldini or World Class will get round. I think just at the odds, especially when Paddy priced them up immediately after, just had to be World Class for me. He can get away, he could spoil the party for Maldini. You know, he hobbles around, he's an old boy now, he's World Class, but he's been running on pretty strongly, so at the odds, but you can't be confident. I really do think it's wide open.
If Maldini leads her, surely it's all over. Nothing will come behind Maldini, would it?
He's the only one who can do that sort of 29.50 odd, but he's got to get away. He disappointed me up the home straight last week, hence opposing him this week. But speaking to a few people, I think they had a little bit of a setback. That's been ironed out. And if he comes out flying, he's the dog that will take all the beating. I mean, even at the turn of the year, I think he beat Miniola Farlow in an unraced stake. That pretty much burst him on the scene, really. And they've never really looked back. A couple of injuries, missing the Scottish and the Irish, but really, he's been flying.
Well, just around the first and second bend here, there's a whole lot of apartments that have been put up over the last few years, and you can have their home parties here. I mean, Shelbourne Greyhound Derby night parties, and actually they're probably watching us, so we're watching you watching us. But it's a fantastic view here, isn't it, for local people here?
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, I'm sure they're probably charging in at the front door as well, because it was all ticket here tonight. So the only seat in the house is on the balconies up there. I see a balcony full of lads over there as well. Look.
Well, they've been up for the last 2 years. We've seen them in 2 years. I think it's 2 years ago we first started to build them as well. But they must have gone for a nice price in this sort of area.
This sort of area as well. I tell you, Dublin 4, it's in close to town as well. They go for serious money. The 1 beds in there probably go for 200 grand. Easy money.
Well, let's move it out of your and I's league. What he's saying mine might be not out of yours.
Well, I think the English promoters are missing a trick. I mean, they should come here to Shelbourne Park this evening. Taste the atmosphere, but look at the way that the track is set up, and there's huge potential really at some of the tracks in England if they built on the land.
Well, here is the Trap 1 runner then, World Class. One of 3 bucket runs, of course, already mentioned in the Scottish Derby that time. Started favourite, that badly hampered at the first, but you obviously think he's going to not get in sort of trouble today.
Well, I think he's been tracking extremely well. He might just be outgunned for a little bit of early pace by Droopers Maldini, but if he holds his position and there's problems on the wide outside, then who knows? I mean, he's no stranger to the big occasion. Last year he won the Waterford Masters, he won the Champions Stakes, of course. He was in the final of this year's Scottish Derby. He took a nasty fall on that occasion, just didn't really get the rubber at the green. But they brought him back to form. He reached the Champions Stakes final once again here, finished 4th. They're putting him back together, really, to run a big race this evening.
Yeah, I talked to Pat Butler, he thought he had a decent chance. Here's the Trap 2 runner, Droopers Maldini. Awesome performer, really, isn't it, Paddy?
Absolutely. If he hits the lids, I think the race is probably all over, but it's just a question of whether he hits the lids or not. I mean, I thought it was a nasty draw. I know Jonathan thinks it's a decent draw in 2. He's been absolutely superb until the semi-final. I don't know what went wrong that night.
Just a glitch.
But, it's just kind of a glitch in the armour. But he looked unbeatable going into the semi, but then everything didn't go right there. So I think tonight, if he hits the lids, there could be a track record broken as well as the Derby one.
Actually, Bruno, he saw hardly any other dogs until he got to the semi-finals. Here's a 3-runner. This is Disguised. Trainer Reggie Roberts own bred it as well. Had first child in the final last year. I think this is better.
He has got a good record in Irish derbies, of course, Reggie. You talk about first charge. You remember Droopy's Reese. He handled Droopy's Reese in his Irish derby campaign behind Bypass Byway. And if you believe in omens, of course, Disguise. She's a Larkhill. He's a Larkhill Joe Newbridge girl greyhound. The sister frazzled one a little bit earlier this evening and 4-1 into 7-2 about Disguised. And terrific early pace. I mentioned that might just drift off a straight line, but First Ben Lee could be a winner.
Here in Trap 4 is Droopy's Marco, little brother to the 2 Droopy's Maldini, and like that, trained by Fraser Black. He's done well to get to the final.
Absolutely done very well to get to the final. Possibly exceeded my expectations anyway, getting to the final. I think, it's all 6 dogs in the final definitely have a chance, but I think Droopy's Marco would be the one I give the smallest chance to. I mean, if he does win, fair play to him. He deserves his position here. I mean, he's done brilliantly to get here, but I think he might struggle tonight.
12-1's its price, and Droopy's Marco is obviously the outsider of the 2 pair that are owned by Lawrence Butler and Martin Wakefield. Trap 5 is Like a Shot, the first of the 2 Owen McKenna trained runners. Might just take a few strides of early pace out in that first bend.
Well, he's the strongest runner in the race, isn't he? He won the elaborate 5.75 last year. I think he holds the clock, or jointly, for the 5.75 here. And he's been burning up the home straight. I mean, he only went down by head to Disguise. I mean, he really flashed past the post in the semi-finals last week. I mean, he's going to have to give best to 5 of these runners, I believe, in the early pace department. But any problems, any openings, this greyhound could take them.
Owen McKenna's walking his fancied runner, obviously Gel Drops Touch in Trap 6. Has got the early, got the draw as well, I suppose. It could ping out and make a good race.
Well, I think he might just get a solo on the outside, and I think this is the one I'd fancy for the race. I think even at 5-2, I think it's a decent enough price, because I think it's between himself and the 2 dog. I think the 2 dog might get trouble. So I think Gel Drops Touch, absolutely brilliant in the semi-final. Another repeat performance of that, and they won't see him.
If you're a supporter of Trap 6, that's what you want to see him doing. If he doesn't lead up to the first bend, it might not be what you want. But a lot of connections out in the middle of the track here to watch the race. Get a different view from inside the track. Let's get some betting news, inside view as well, from Darrell.
Dave, they're coming for 3 here, Disguised. Ted Hegarty was mopping up all the 7-2 that was close by. It's 3-1 generally now, Disguised. You can get 2-1 Droopy's Maldini, 5-2 Gel Drops Touch at the bottom. World Class did go 11-2, but 6 is right the way along again. 10-1 the 5 Like a Shot, 12-4 Droopy's Marco, but it's Disguised they want late in the day.
Heading off towards the starting Trap 10. Let's get a predictor, shall we, and see how that's what Peter Meldrum makes of that. He comes out in favour of Trap 2, Droopy's Maldini over the 6, Gel Drops Touch. That's about 2 lengths he makes that. It's a 15 spot difference there. So around about 2 lengths he thinks that's hopefully going to come out. I think he's going to be right, because I backed the 2 dog. I know it's not very good for for Paddy Power, but it's all right for me.
We won't begrudge it to you then.
I want to see 2 ping out, I think, but 6 is obviously the problem, I think.
Dave, I think the point should be made. You look at the trainers here. We've got the likes of Fraser Black and Reggie Roberts, who've had finalists before, great Irish Derby tradition. Pat Buckley's only had the licence for 19 months, of course, family, and pretty much been brought up with greyhounds, but he's had a tremendous year. He's won almost everything, it seems. And then you've got Owen McKenna, son of the legendary Joe McKenna, himself an Irish Derby winner. They know what it's about this occasion. One of them's going to take home the prize this evening, €150,000.
So it's going to be whoever trains the winner is going to be their first ever Derby winner. So
which makes it that much more special as well. It's great.
I think it's going to be a real cracker. I hope it's going to be a cracker race. Thanks for your time, Paddy. Anyway,
pleasure.
Hope 2 wins for me and not 6 for you. But if mine 2 doesn't win, I hope 6 wins for you.
I'll drink either way.
Thanks very much. Loading up this. Get the views of Errol Blyth.
Oh yes. Tremendous tension all around me, people telling me, well, Disguise is going to win. You've got people saying Gel Drops Touch is going to win. World Class could come back to its best. Droopy's Maldini, of course, has got its support now. The atmosphere is beginning to pick up around me. You may hear the roar on the Shelbourne terraces. Here we go. The crowd eagerly awaiting the start of the Paddy Power Irish Greyhound Derby final for 2004. There goes the buzzer for the hare. We're underway for this year's Derby. The hare is on its way. It's reached the 3rd bend. It's coming round right now. We're expecting Quick starts on the outside by Geldrop's touch, and 2, Droopy's Maldini, away they go. It's 3, Disguised who got a great start. Disguised on the centre of the track, then leading in 3 from 4, Droopy's Marco on the outside. Droopy's Maldini wants a piece of the action on the inside. Then comes 5 like a shot. They head down the far side. A real battle up front. Droopy's Maldini edging on. 5 like a shot, looking for racing room but not getting it. It's Droopy's Maldini leading here, the third bend. To come around the final bend. Droopy's Maldini, but like a shot beginning to close, and like a shot gets up close home to win from trap 2. Droopy's Maldini Disguised back in third. Then we had Droopy's Marco back in 4th place, but like a shot, trained by Owen McKenna, coming with a late surge to win the Paddy Power Irish Greyhound Derby for 2004. Owned by Mr. Michael Kelly, trained by Owen McKenna. It's 20th race, it's 7th success, and boy, what a win in the end for this year's Paddy Power Derby. 150,000 euros to the winner, and like a shot coming from off the pace to beat Droopy's Maldini, who had to work hard for a lead. A brave performance from Disguised, the gamble of the race, belted out of the traps, led up 4, Droopy's Marco squeezed, so on the outside Geldrop's touch was badly balked at the first bend by 5 like a shot. The eventual winner lying in 4th place here, but a wall of greyhounds in front with Disguised in the centre of them. The pace from Maldini now developing into the third bend. Like a shot, nowhere to go at this point, having to check, looking for racing room. Maldini, extra breathing space for this greyhound, but here comes Like a Shot on the outside. A big powerful run from Like a Shot, gathering pace close home to win, going away by about half a length in the end from Droopy's Maldini. Disguised, brave performance in third. Then you saw Droopy's Marco in 4th place. Let's take a look at the action again on the inside. Droopy's Maldini matching world class for pace up, and then it started to quicken around the turn. Really takes a good first and second bend as Maldini. World class, forced to check a little bit at that point of the race, could never get a piece of the action. Heading down the far side, 3 greyhounds line abreast at halfway, and Maldini started to quicken up the pace here. Went on Like a Shot, surging into the third bend, looking oh so dangerous, but nowhere to go. And just for a moment, I'm sure Lawrence Blunt and Martin Wakefield thought they had the winner with Droopy's Maldini, but Like a Shot wouldn't let go and came again to win this year's Paddy Power Irish Derby final. 5,000 euros a second this greyhound has won in front of our cameras tonight, and what a run it was from Like a Shot.
What a fantastic race, Hobson. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, it was
a better race.
It was breathtaking. You got 4 greyhounds line abreast into the third bend. Fantastic winner, the strongest runner in the race, really, for the rest of them. He was just far too close. You knew that he'd be powering up the home straight. You have to say that Droopy's Maldini has run an absolutely storming race to take it up almost off the second bend after not particularly getting away that well.
You were right about world class holding up Droopy's Maldini.
Well, there was always that possibility, but the trouble happened on the inside. There was scrimmaging on the outside. The money talked, didn't it, with Disguise, a huge welter of support for the 3 dog. He's got that early pace, but out wide is trap 4. There's Droopy's Marco again showing pace. Look at that, 3 of them into the third bend. It's one of the great Irish derbies, but there's the strongest runner looking for a way through at the third bend. He's got Droopy's Maldini. He's having to check up slightly there. The pace that has got it, Lawrence Blunt and Martin Wakefield must have been thinking, where's 5? Because they know he's bearing down on their runner, and it's a gallant performance from the 2. Likewise Disguised, but the greyhound who's got the joint 5.75 yard track record, the strongest runner in the race, has prevailed. And I think what a story, of course. Joe McKenna, Owen's father, won the Irish Derby no less than 3 occasions, and Owen McKenna, I think British fans know all about him. You know, he came over to Wimbledon to ply his trade there. He trained Deerfield Sunset to qualify for the English Derby final. He's come back over. I think this is an amazing year for Owen. I think he's moving to new kennels in Wexford. He's got a couple of young children. I think that meant he didn't come over to campaign his dogs in the English Derby this year. He kept them to Shelbourne Park, and boys, it paid dividends.
He got a fantastic reception when he walked past the stands here. Like a shot. I mean, the Irish, they love their greyhound racing anyway. I mean, there was a crescendo of noise as well. Not like you get it perhaps at Wimbledon, but just to so. Let's go and join Darrell. He's talking to the winning trainer.
Well, Owen's with me now. As you can imagine, everybody wants to work with Owen McKenna. Can we just jump in, Owen, very briefly? We knew he had to do it the hard way, but you just spin round for us, Owen, just very, very briefly. We knew he'd have to do it the hard way, but my God, he's just come through and he's just got there, hasn't he?
I couldn't believe he got there at all. I was trying to watch the two dogs. Gildrop's touch missed his break, and like he got in a handy position, and it was great. I don't know. I just wanted to see the replay. Like I can't believe he got up to win.
Yeah, listen, you don't need to see the replay because he's where he had to be. Owen, these finishes, these Irish Derby finishes, they're quite exciting, aren't they? Nice. Listen, you've had finalists before. What's it like to actually win it?
Oh well, I don't know. I can't say at the moment because it just hasn't sunk in. It's terrific.
All right, well done. Thank you.
This is like a scrum here. I mean, there must be 200 people around the greyhound. It just looks like the Cheltenham Festival and horse racing when the Irish have it. Everybody wants a piece of the action as well, but it's a fantastic night. Owen's wife and young baby are in there as well somewhere, but it's just a moment. It's just something that never ever happens in your life.
I'm sure I caught a shot of Joe in there. Of course, Joe McKenna would have trained 2 English derbies as well as the 3 Irish derbies, 5 derbies in all, and it would have been a dream come true for father to see Owen McKenna triumph here. He had 2 runners. Gildrop's touching like a shot. It's a 10-1 chance like a shot who's done the business. And I remember reading about Owen's most memorable moment in greyhound racing. He talked about when he travelled over to Wimbledon with Larksy Moat and paraded the dog for the 1989 final at Wimbledon, and tremendous, and it was a lasting impression clearly.
There's the Irish tee-shot there. Everybody just about to present the trophy to Winning Collection. You see the check at the back there, €150,000. That's a fantastic prize, isn't it?
Fantastic. Wife Sian, I think, will enjoy the trainers' percentage of that. With 2 young children as well. It's a fantastic family occasion, really, for the McKennas of Tipperary.
Well, look at the crowd there. It's a phenomenal crowd here. They all want to hold the trophy, and they all want to shake his hand. And
success of
hopefully that's the other who's got the trophy.
County Kilkenny as well, so they'll be celebrating in both counties this evening, and fair play to them. I think traditionally we know it's absolute pandemonium as the runners cross the line, and all and sundry come piling through, friends and well-wishers, family. I think we're over to Errol Blyth.
And the full result then on the Paddy Power Irish Greyhound Derby for 2004. Trap 5, like a shot, trained by Owen McKenna, then winning this year's Derby, returned at 10-1. Second, Trap 2, Droopy's Maldini, the 2-1 favourite, and third, Trap 3, Disguised. The winning time was 29.87, and the winning distance was 1 length. And the full order of finish there, like a shot then, winning this year's 2004 Paddy Power Irish Derby final, £150,000, the winning prize there. Second place going to Droopy's Maldini, picking up a useful €30,000. Back in third place was Disguised, a brave race, €15,000. And the unplaced finalists, well, back in fourth was Droopy's Marco, receiving €7,000, along with Gildrop's Touch, who got badly bought at the first bend, and world class in this year's Derby, finishing 6th.
We're going to be back on Sky screens on Tuesday night, of course, for the next race from Brough Park. Let's look back at the All England Cup last year. It's like it was last year. We're in for another cracking night. Full Cigar came out best last year.
They go and racing up towards the first bend. A good break here from 5 near side, Philo 40. Rushing up on the inside, Full Cigar, and Full Cigar force Stay Please also at that point. So as they head down the far side, Full Cigar suddenly goes forward. It's clear from 2 clear run off in chase in second. They can Philo 40. They come around the third bend. It's Full Cigar leading here by 3 lengths. Oh, there's trouble there for 5 Philo 40. Clear run giving chase, but it's Full Cigar who took the lead at the first bend. Is going to win the 2003 William Hill All England Cup.
Their programme coming up then on Tuesday evening with a 7:30 start time. We're through until 10 o'clock and we're on Sky Sports 3, the William Hill All England Cup final. Let's quickly head out to Darrell. He's got more news for us.
I got Michael Kelly with me, the winning owner. Michael, everybody wants to say well done, I think.
Yeah, sure they do. Yeah, have a lot of good followers here. Yeah.
Had to do it the tough way, had to come from the back. Were you always confident?
He was always coming from the back, you know. Got a lot of trouble in a few of the races, never got any publicity, but he talked for himself tonight.
It's quite a nice feeling, this, isn't it? To win, quite a nice feeling.
Oh yeah, lovely, beautiful.
Is this
unbelievable?
Is this the best ever?
Oh, ever, yeah, ever.
Well done, Michael. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much. It's been a cracking night, hasn't it?
That was fantastic. I mean, a really terrific race. Maybe not a lot of people back the winner, but down the far side it looked like there was going to be like a shot winning. Droopage Maldini, desperate luck for the Brits, Martin Wakefield and Lawrence Blunt, but tremendous all-round evening. And I hope it's just a little bit warmer at Brough Park.
I hope so as well. We'll look forward to seeing you then on Tuesday night for that William Hill All England Cup. Hopefully it's going to be a much better night. It is much warmer as well, but I'm sure we'll have just sort of great action as well. Hopefully we're going to see you then. Hope you've enjoyed the program as well. We'll see you very soon. Good night from all of us here in Dublin.
I've waited and given the chance again. I do it all the same. But either way, I'm always outplayed upon your down days. I left in the right way to start again. Now watch me rise up and leave all the ashes you made out of me. When you said that we were wrong, life goes on, just let it alone.
Buzz of Vegas into your home with SkyBetVegas.com Internet Casino.